Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkprodigy.com, and on today's video we're going to break down the best Universal Orlando Premier Resort. And as you'll see, there's not going to be one size fits all when it comes to the Universal Orlando Premier Resorts. There are going to be different, deciding factors for different families. So if you are in the process of planning a Universal Orlando trip and you're not sure which Universal Orlando Premier Resort you would like to stay at, just be sure to stick around until the end of this video and we will help you figure out the best one. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Thank you guys again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, we are about to break down the best Universal Orlando Premier Resort. So if you are in the process of planning that Universal Orlando vacation and it seems like you need more videos like this, just be sure to hit that subscribe button, as we have a lot more similar videos coming out in the coming weeks. And if you do want help planning an amazing Universal Orlando vacation, there is a free quote submission link in our bio that you can go and check out, and me and my team will help you plan an amazing vacation. But let's jump right in, and I'm essentially going to break down the best Universal Orlando Premier Resorts, really specifically for your family. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down based on the best hotel for pricing, the best hotel for amenities, for convenience, for families with young kids, maybe for adults visiting Universal Orlando. I'm going to break this down a couple of different ways. So I'm going to start right in, and then you'll see later in the video I will break down each hotel individually. But as of 2024, there are three main Universal Orlando Premier Resorts, which are the Universal Royal Pacific Resort, the Universal Portofino Bay Resort, and then Universal Hard Rock Resort. So those are the three main hotels. We do have another Premier Resort coming with the opening of Epic Universe, but that will be in the summer of 2025. So we have some time. And I think really anytime you watch this video, it should be helpful. So we're going to start really first and foremost, which is, I think when it comes to, of course, planning any theme park vacation, we're going to start with price. So which Universal Orlando Premier Resort is the best when it comes to pricing? Now, the important thing to keep in mind, and the reason why the Premier Resorts are so popular, is they do give families the free Universal Express Pass for every single day that they are staying at the hotel, also included check-in and check-out date. So it can be a great way to save money. So a lot of times families are looking for the cheapest Premier Resort, and typically, as a general rule of thumb, the best Premier Resort based on price is always going to be Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort. And so you'll see one of the other things that we will break down later in this video is there are different rooms and like really suites that families can take advantage of when visiting with young kids. But next we're going to move over and which Universal Premier Resort is going to be best for amenities. Now what we did is we essentially went and we broke down the pools, and we started looking at, okay, how many pools are at the Royal Pacific Resort? And at this point in time, there's essentially one main lagoon style pool at Lowe's Royal Pacific. We moved over to the Hard Rock Hotel, and essentially we have one main heated pool, which features a zero entry white sand beach type pool. It has a 260-foot water slide, and even though that seems pretty impressive, we did then go over to Lowe's Portofino Bay Resort, and we started to look at the pools over there, and guess that Lowe's Portofino Bay are actually spoiled because they have three different pools at this hotel. They have the main beach pool, the villa pool, and the hillside pool. So the beach pool is really where families are going to spend the majority of their time. Also, the other things to keep in mind as well is we went and we looked at the dining at each of the resorts, trying to break down the amenities. When you break down the dining, I also just felt like Lowe's Portofino Bay just had the most. So over at Royal Pacific, we had Islands Dining Room, Jake's American Bar, Orchard Court Lounge and Sushi Bar, Tuk Tuk Market, Bula Bar and Grill, and the Waterloon Luau. So I will say the Luau is actually very popular as well, but you can of course go and take advantage of this even if you stay at the other hotels. Over to the Hard Rock Resort, from a dining standpoint, we have the Velvet Bar, we have Emac and Bolio's Marketplace, the kitchen, the Palm, the Beach Club. So again, then I actually really love the kitchen at the Hard Rock Hotel too. But moving over to Portofino Bay, we do have Beachy Restaurante, we have Mama Delia's Restaurante, we have Trattoria del Porto, Bar American, Sal's Market Deli, Slendido Bar and Grill, The Thirsty Fish. And so really when you kind of break down all of the amenities, and then also over at Portofino Bay, there's also a spa. I do have to give Portofino Bay Resort the edge, and I do think it's the best hotel for families looking for the most amenities and things to do while on their Universal Orlando vacation. Now, over to convenience, right? A lot of the questions that we receive at the Park Prodigy is, what is the closest Universal Orlando hotel? And it's actually the Hard Rock resort. So from a convenience standpoint, it doesn't really get any closer than the Hard Rock Resort. I would also say that not only is this the most convenient hotel, it's also the best hotel for families who are really looking for that theme park vacation, but would prefer staying at a hotel that's not like over the top theme park themed. And just like if you think of any of the Hard Rock hotels around the world, you get the same feel at the Universal Orlando Hard Rock Resort. And for that reason, I do think it's a great fit, like I said, for families who just are looking for that, being close to the theme parks, but also back at their hotel. They kind of don't feel like they're on a theme park vacation. All right, so now I'm actually going to break down each Universal Orlando Premier Resort. And then after that, you'll see I will tie into what I think is the best hotel for families visiting Universal Orlando based on the rooms that we're about to discuss. But then also we will touch base on maybe some adults visiting Universal Orlando. So you'll be able to do a lot with the next section of this video as I break down really what we think of the pros of each Universal Orlando Premier Resort. And we are going to start with the cheapest of the resorts, which is Loews Royal Pacific Resort, with a starting rate of $312 per night. I would say on average, where I see a lot of guests booking this hotel is really between, I would say that $450 to that $550 range. And then you'll see the, Hard Rock and the Hard Rock and the Portofino Bay resorts are going to be about $75 to $100 more per night. Typically, could be a little less. It really all depends on the room type as well. So starting with Loews Royal Pacific Resort, from a room standpoint, guests can pick from the standard room, which is a garden or water view, King Suite, the Jurassic World Kids Suite, which is really, really popular, especially if you have Jurassic Park fans in your family. Then we have a 1-bedroom hospitality suite, and we have a 2-bedroom hospitality suite. So plenty of room options over at the Royal Pacific Resort. So what do we specifically love about this hotel? So honestly, first and foremost, really, of course, because it's just so many families coming to the theme parks, we do love the Jurassic World suites. So they are just one of the most, family-friendly rooms in all of Universal Orlando. And then moving over to some of the amenities, I do really, really love the lagoon-style pool here as well. The water play area within the pool, and then they do have a beach volleyball court. We did touch base on the Luau show, which again is really, really popular. Disney used to have something similar. So really this is from an official theme park standpoint, this is the only Luau show in Orlando, which is ridiculous to say, but that is the hard facts at this point in time. And then also, I do think that this hotel is really, really convenient as well. So it's a little bit further than the Hard Rock Hotel, so it doesn't take, like the cake on from a walking distance standpoint, but this is actually located really on the other side of City Walk, so it's closer to Islands of Adventure compared to, let's say, the Hard Rock, which is really closer to Universal Studios Florida. What I would also say is Loews Royal Pacific is situated a little bit closer to Volcano Bay as well, so it's just a little bit more convenient. And then of course last, it just has that island feel to it. Moving over now to what I think is the best premier resort for amenities, and that is Loews Portofino Bay Resort. So from a room standpoint, here we do have the standard rooms, which is a garden view and then a bay view. We have deluxe rooms. We have the hospitality suites, which come in Garden King, and then a garden with 2 queens. We have the Portofino suite. We have the Villa suite. But then the most popular, I think, room in all of Universal Orlando is going to be the Despicable Me Kids Suite. So this is 800 square feet with a separate bedroom with 2 twin Despicable Me themed beds, and then a king bed in the other room for the adults. Starting with the pros, I think that has to be up there on the pros, where the Despicable Me Kids Suite will really fit for any family with young kids. And also moving over to the ambiance, of course, it does make you feel like you are, in Portofino Bay of Italy, and they do a really, really great job of really immersing you in the theme. And it's a very, I would say, taking it one step further, you could kind of see where I'm going with this. From a family standpoint, I kind of feel like it hits every single box. Then from a adults visiting a romantic standpoint, the atmosphere is very, very charming here. And I think they just do such a great job all around. We already touched base on the 3 separate pools and then a spa. It's the Mandara Spa. It's another huge drawing point, again, for adults visiting. They want to take those more relaxing days maybe and go hit the spa. As you can see, there's just so much fun stuff going on at Loews Portofino Bay. Over to the last Universal Premier Resort at this point in time, and we do have the Hard Rock Hotel, which is the perfect fit for pop culture fans or just music lovers in general. So the rooms over at the Universal Hard Rock Hotel are going to be the standard, the garden, and the pool view rooms. We have the deluxe rooms, which are just essentially a little bit bigger than the regular standard rooms. We have the Future Rockstar Suite, which sleeps up to 5 guests. We have the King Suite, we have the hospitality suite, and then we have the Graceland suite, which is actually up to 2,000 square feet, a baby grand piano, a whirlpool tub, and enough space to sleep up to 7 guests. So sticking with the suite, as you can see, the Graceland suite is amazing, right? But from a families visiting Universal Orlando, I don't know if that's the best fit, but it is kind of over the top, especially with that baby grand piano in the room. So some of the things that we love about the Hard Rock Hotel are going to be, of course, it's going to be the closest Universal Orlando hotel to the theme parks. We do love that 12,000 square foot pool. And also the cool thing about the pool, like I said, it has the white sand beach, zero entry pool, but you can also hear the music playing under the water in the pool, which I think is really, really cool. It also does have a hot tub. And then again, from a music lover standpoint, there's rock music memorabilia really all over this hotel. There's actually over $1 million worth of authentic rock and roll artifacts, including guitars, clothing, records, and more. So as you can see, there's really just so much going on at each of these 3 hotels. I think they all offer something different and unique for families. But from a, let's say, really now, what is the best Universal Orlando hotels for families with young kids? I'm still going to lean towards Portofino Bay just because I feel like, even if you can't go with the Minions suite room, I just think from a amenity standpoint, you have the 3 pools, you have a game room, you have close proximity to the parks. I just feel like it has so much for families to do. And then also for, let's say, adults visiting Universal Orlando, I think it's the exact same thing, right? Just like I said, from just a very ambient standpoint, just from a romantic standpoint, being in this area of Universal Orlando, kind of themed after the Portofino Bay of Italy, I can't really see how you go wrong. But again, like I said, if you are going for price and you're just trying to get the best deal on that Universal Express Pass, you want to go take a look at Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort. And if you have music lovers, you got to go with the Hard Rock Resort. But that is it, everyone. That's essentially how we break down the best Universal Orlando Premier Resort. I really, really hope that you found this video helpful. And like I said, if you are in the process of planning that Universal Orlando trip and you do need a little additional help, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. And as a thank you for sticking around all the way till the end of this video, I actually do have a special promo code you can go use on some discounted Universal Orlando hotel rooms. And that promo code is going to be MAGIC50 to grab an extra $50 off your next Universal Orlando vacation. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all again so much for checking out this video. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.